Good morning, it's Susie here. Most of my life I've spent as a pleaser, or at least 50 years of it, which is a good portion of it. And it meant that I was so busy trying to please everybody around me that I didn't give a thought to me. I lost track of myself completely. If someone had have asked me what I desired, what my life goals were, or what really got me excited, I couldn't say. It was quite sad, really, but I had no idea who I was. And as such, I was relying on everyone outside of me to make me feel good. If they felt good, I felt good. But in doing so, I made myself a victim. Now, lots of us have lived situations that have been very unpleasant, and we don't want to hear that we created those situations, but the truth is we did. When we believe that we're a victim, then that belief in victimhood creates us being a victim. Now, to me, that just shows how powerful we are. I know that we actually create every situation in our life. We create, the situations in our personal life. We create the situations in the world. We create every meeting with another person. We create every opportunity, and we create every fall. And we might not consciously see something in our mind and say, yes, that's what we want, especially if it's something that seems disastrous to us. But at some level, we've wanted the expansion that we could only get from that experience. Now, I'm not saying that we have to experience horrific situations for expansion, because that's not the case. But depending on where we are in our personal lives, sometimes that's the way it plays out. And it's played out because our higher self has orchestrated it on our behalf to satisfy itself and us in the form of expansion and understanding. We come into our lives wanting to discover ourselves, wanting to know who we are, and most of us get so lost that we forget why we're here. And apart from understanding the human side of ourselves and living the day-to-day, we don't get beyond that. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all have our own path. I'm not judging a single person, but we came here from the other side wanting to discover who we are inside of physicality, and every situation leads to that. We could say, well, world affairs, look at what's going on in the world at the moment around Syria, and we could get really afraid and say, well, that's out of my hands. But the thing is, it isn't. And I don't mean necessarily protesting or, being physical about what's going on, but changing your energy and your focus can separate you from that and actually change how the events are played out. If we can see a world that's peaceful and loving and living in harmony, and we can believe that focus, that can actually happen, and move into the feeling of that place, then that's what we're creating. And if that's too big a stretch, just feeling the love for yourself and for your fellow beings, for your friends, for your family, and being in that place and staying out of fear creates a world around you that's free of fear. So, what we focus on, we get. We can focus on an anti-war rally, or we can focus on peace, and that's the difference. We're absolutely not victims. Everything that comes into our life has been orchestrated by us and is therefore created out of love for our own expansion. So if we can look at a situation and say, how has this served me, or what's the gift in this, instead of going into fear around it, then it puts us in a situation of empowerment, not disempowerment. We move from being a victim to being empowered, and that's how we create our lives deliberately. If we remain a victim, we remain at the whim of everybody around us. We become, washed around by the waves, hit against the rocks. Or we can rise above it and take a huge leap, like the salmon swimming upriver, and make our life happen the way that we want it to. I know that I've certainly changed my life around, and it's come from within, and I've helped a lot of other people through my coaching programs to turn their lives around too. And I know that it's absolutely possible for every single one of us. So I just want anybody out there that's struggling just to know that when you make the decision that you're not going to be a victim anymore and that you want to take control of your life, then everything in the universe will conspire with you to make that happen. But you've got to mean it, and you've got to stand behind it. A wish is just a wish. And if there's no faith behind it, then you're just going to keep spinning in the same little whirlpool. So it's kind of heavy for a Saturday, but I love you all. This is meant to empower, not to disempower. Everything is absolutely possible. And when you can be aware of your thoughts and notice what you're thinking in each moment and maintain a focus in the direction you want to go, then it's got to happen. So have a wonderful day. My love to you all, and see you on the next clip. Bye.